Yeah, Zeus bringing nothing but heat, thunder in the chest. Waking up daily, putting in the work, no rest. This for the real one, scrolling through the mess. Straight talk, no cap. Let's address. Every morning I wake, phone in my hand, scrolling through the lies, Trump and the Klan. Republicans violent, same script on repeat. I call out the cap, expose it in the street. They yell TDS, but it's them on that coat. Trump devotion syndrome, they deep in the vault. Jan 6, they duck when I press on the facts. Boogaloo, oath keepers, proud boys getting stacks. Slush fund money for the supremacist crew. Obama rent free, he's still living in you. Peddling straight cap, misinformation daily. It's coming back around, watch the downfall, baby. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, sending straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lake of fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Ice out here wildin', violating rights. Trump dropping bombs on Iran late nights. Stealing that oil from Venezuela, no shame. Putting on the soil, red carpet, what a game. Soldiers on their knees, disgrace on display. Epstein files locked, y'all still look the other way. He said terrific guy. We all heard the quote, Christian nationalist blind. That's the sickest joke. Blowing up schools, innocent girls in the dirt. These clowns bugging, putting evil to work. I'm doing this cause the country needs saving. The people, the world, this ain't just entertaining. Waking up every day feeling the weight, but I carry that thunder, I don't hesitate. They call it hate, I call it real talk. Somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta walk. Through the fire, through the lies, through the smoke, Zeus in the sky. This the path that I chose. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, send it straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lick the fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Straight to the lake, thunder don't miss. MAGA's worst nightmare, remember that. Zeus out.
I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage, your tank's full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you rich and famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
That shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
All right. Why'd I do that? I mean, how did I do that? You know, obviously we're getting off to a rocky start, but We'll get back to a rocky finish. Now you all can hear me. Am I right? All right. Oh my goodness. I said, welcome back to the Thunderdome. Once again, we're gathered to do the real work it takes to save this great, great country of ours from the evil clutches. Uh-oh, we got a Cash App. Hold on. I got a shout out. I don't do the Cash App shout outs, but I got to say, Lisa, thank you so much. All right. For the birthday love. All right. July love. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Poetivity. Thank you. All of you. I don't get to do it during the show, and it's hard to do it, but I really do appreciate all of you hitting the Cash App, and Great Skate as well. I got you on the PayPal. Birthday love comes in so many different ways. Just you being here honestly means a lot. But yeah, like I was saying, today is someone's birthday. Oh, Zeus. Happy birthday to the Rizzler. But once again, we're gathered to do the real work it takes, ladies and gentlemen, to save the United States of America. And honestly, we're saving the world. Having, look at Alter Ego is back. Hey, Rick. That was so funny. Rick had to block Alter Ego. Alter Ego yesterday said, I was just paying my dues, but Alter Ego, if you're paying your dues and you're playing the sounds, you know, with those kind of gifts, we don't want to hear that, all right? If you want to really impress people out here, Alter Ego, and some people said, then you need to send Big Zeus a big lion. If Alter Ego sends Big Zeus lion after lion after lion, then that's a good thing to do to interrupt the show. But when you're just sending like the little ones, the little sound clips, don't do that. That ruins a good moment for everybody, all right? And we know you got it. We know you got it because you work for Donald Trump, right? Will Sheba, thank you so much. All right, so honestly, shows like this have been having a major impact. I honestly have been I've been finding out a lot of people, maybe they don't come up on the show. Got a JC. A lot of people that don't get to come up and say stuff to me because for whatever the reason is, they might be doing other things in their professional world. They're listening intently and they're carrying the message. And one thing a lot of people have confirmed, W's in the chat for Rick. One thing that a lot of people have confirmed is the fear mongering that the right is doing right now. It's just not working. And that's basically everything Donald Trump can do, right? That's the last thing he can do is to try to scare everyone into either not voting or voting for the Republicans because they're afraid the Democrats are somehow going to do something just bad for the country. And when you really think about it, that's not a position of strength. That's actually a position of weakness, all right? And so before we get into all of that, let me go ahead and take care of some very, very important housekeeping items. For those of you tuning in, this might be your very first time listening to a brother like myself, all right? And you say, well, who are you? Well, I guess a great question. I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H, am I right, Miss Andress? Is because I am honest. Yeah, I'm the most honest person on social media. And I almost hate it. I sometimes hate being as honest as I have to be because I know in a lot of times it makes people feel very, very uncomfortable. But I do believe that that's how you get to healing when you hear the honest truth, right? I'm the most honest person. The second H is because it's Zeus. When are you leaving the plantation? Ooh. See how they do you, see how they do you. They don't even care. All right, well, let me get to the second age, and I'll tell you when I'm leaving the plantation. But why don't you send us a guest request, and we'll have that very, very tough conversation about plantation life, all right? The second age is because I am humble. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. But here's the thing, Snowbird, just because your feelings are hurt doesn't mean that I owe you an apology. 100% of the time, Snowbird, it means you need to sit your special behind down and do what? Listen to this special broadcast. And then you have the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, which is arguably one of the most important H's of them all. And honestly, after what we saw yesterday with the macaroni, phony, Tony, lonely, homie, bony, whatever you want to call him, remember him? It's more important now than it has ever been. It is truly because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Go check out Angie's page if you want to see that guy. It was so ugly. What we saw yesterday in the kingdom with macaroni, phony, Tony, lonely, homie, bony, whatever you want to call him. It was the most insane moment on social media because I could just I had nightmares. I woke up tossing and turning. What? Where am I? It was macaroni phony Tony trying to infiltrate my piece. And I said, man, when you got an ugly face like that and you really are proud to be ugly and wrong at the same time, I said, you need to get down on your knees and repent, bro. You really do. You need to get down on your knees and repent. All right, and so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and give my PSA announcement to the Trump voters who are hiding in my comment section, and I know who they are. Snuggie is hiding in my comment section. Dame Prop, they all come in here on their backup accounts because they know that we're not playing any games with them at this point. We're going into the midterms, and we know that our mission is very clear. Wildman Grinder 69. Who else is hiding? Taurus. Yep, get him. Taurus, DJ, the Russian Bears, Trash Bait, all of them. Red Lady Red, yeah, they're all in here hiding because they know what they have done to the United States of America is unforgivable at so many levels. Whether we're talking about race, whether we're talking about sex, whether we're talking about religion, whether we're talking about being obedient to the law, whether we're talking about anything, they know they have sold this country down the river, so to speak, and they don't want to hear what I have to say, and they don't want to explain themselves, right? So what I'll say is this: if you're a Trump supporter and you cannot handle the truth, do us all a favor and leave this show right now, because it's going to be very uncomfortable for you this morning. I promise you it will. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. Thank you. Get to stepping. Good to stepping. You're happy? All right. Zeus, your B-Day. Yeah, tomorrow, Jasmine Sanders, we're going to celebrate your birthday too. Yeah, I know a lot of us have August birthdays, and I know there was a birthday yesterday. I didn't say it because there was so much happening, but if your birthday is today or yesterday or anytime, happy birthday. Thank you. We celebrated Rick's birthday a couple of days ago. All right, so what do we have to get into today, ladies and gentlemen? So yesterday, Whitewash Blanche, we saw. He didn't do a press conference for it, but he got sworn in. That's definitely disturbing. Some of the most disturbing stuff I've seen in a while. Because you should see how he was walking. I said, why is he walking like that? We'll talk about it. But then the breaking news story that we all heard about yesterday was, once again, Donald Trump is trying to gain sympathy from the American people, mainly his base. And you know what he's doing, right? You know exactly what he's doing. This little situation with Air Force One, I said, wow, he's pulling out all the stops to try to get as many people to feel sorry for him going into the midterms. Is there anyone out there that feels sorry for Donald Trump right now? No, let me be honest. Good morning, Kabira. Is there anybody out there that feels sorry for Donald Trump right now? For all of the threats he's been getting towards him, you know, the Butler incident, no. Hell to the nah. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hell no. You all, no. So no one out there feels a little concerned. You're not thinking to yourself, this is very bad for him and his family, him and Melania. No. Come on. There has to be just one. How many people we got in here? We got like 600 people in here. Wow. Nobody feels sorry for him. Wow. I guess you all know what he's doing right now with all these stories coming out about threats on him. I guess you all can see it like I see it, huh? It's nothing more than an attempt to get people to feel so sorry for Donald Trump that they just go inside of that voting booth. Oh, you do. Look at that. Oh, hold on. Come on up here. Education in Black. Come on up here if you don't mind. Yeah. Educated in Black. You feel sorry for Donald Trump. You know, it's so strange. Uh-oh.
Good morning, Zeus. Yes, I do. I feel sorry for the wrath of hell that's going to rain down on him
Okay.
when this is all over.
So you
Yes, I do. because
Okay.
this is not going to be pretty.
Oh, do you want to at least witness it though? Honestly, because God is not to be mocked, and I think he brought it on himself. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Amen.
I want to see it.
Okay.
I want to see. You see the hair already running away.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
his bowels is running away. His body is trying to escape
mm.
the wrath of hell that is coming.
And you know what that made me think about? I said, I see a lot of people on social media saying stuff like, "Oh, the blood clot, just all we need is to do his job." And
That's it.
but I thought about that and I said, no, no, please, because that would allow him to escape easily.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I,
I want him to stay alive for as
yeah,
long as possible.
yeah. I want to
I
count
want
him.
him to lay in his own feces for days. I want him to get the SHIT returned to
Ooh,
him that he has given to this country and people that look like me and you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're doing wrong.
And happy birthday, Zeus.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Educated in Black. I got to give it to you. You made my morning, all right?
All right. Take care, Zeus. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. W's in the chat for Edge. Whoever sent that gift, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, we got to talk about that, and we got to talk about what Donald Trump did yesterday in the Oval Office when we found him once again giving the American people bad medical advice. All right. So with that being said, I'll say this: flight attendants, you know who you are. Prepare the cabin for takeoff.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this live episode of The Zeus Show. My name is Amazing, and on behalf of Three Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, I would like to thank each of you for tuning in today. Your presence and support make this experience possible, and we are truly grateful for your continued engagement.
True.
As we prepare for takeoff, we kindly ask that you please return to your seats, buckle up, and get ready for an engaging journey.
We'll arrest
This
you.
show occasionally gets off the rails,
True.
and securing your attention ensures you remain safe and fully immersed throughout the broadcast.
Thank you, Amazing.
To maximize your
great job.
experience, we kindly remind you to tap the screen, like, comment, and share this live stream with your network.
Good point.
Your shares help expand our community and bring more voices into the conversation. We also encourage you to support the platform by utilizing the available gifts during the broadcast. These contributions directly enhance the production quality and sustainability of the show.
True.
If you require assistance with gifting features or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of our moderators who are present and ready to assist you in enjoying the program. As a reminder, full recordings of this episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly after the live concludes.
Yeah.
For complete information regarding all of my social media handles and platforms, please click the link in the bio. Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom.
Thank you.
We are honored that you have allowed Zeus, aka Triple H,
Thank you.
to guide you to Olympus. Sit back, stay engaged,
Yes.
and enjoy the flight.
Good Zeus. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get into today's content, actually, let's just go ahead and get started. I want to start out with, obviously, something very, very disturbing. Here he is right there. Donald Trump's whitewash attorney. His name is Whitewash Blanche. He'll take any crime you do. This man right here, he will take any crime you do, Donald J. Trump, and he will clean it up more than he. You ever seen the 409 commercials and Mr. Clean and Spick and Span? I know a lot of you know about that, right? Remember 409 and Spick and Span? He's cleaner than that. He's cleaner than bleach. He's cleaner. Woo! I mean, you hear about how Jesus, a lot of you religious people, Jesus will wash away your sins. You ever heard that before? Well, Jesus might wash away your sins, but Todd Blanche, he'll clean the dirtiest diaper on earth. This is Donald Trump. This is him after he was sworn in, I should say. Maybe we should look at him get sworn in first. Okay, because this was just as disturbing. Here it goes.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Ooh.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation. Without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
These are but a bunch of criminals. This is crime happening in 4K, 12K, 16K, whatever multiple you want to use. And you're saying to yourself, I just cannot believe the man who moved Ghislaine Maxwell to a minimum security prison has been helping to cover up and stop the release of the e-files. I can't believe, I thought Bill Barr was bad. I really did, because you know what Bill Barr did. You knew, isn't it interesting? Epstein disappeared under Bill Barr, and that was Donald Trump as the president at that time. I didn't think it could get any worse, ladies and gentlemen. And so this is him after he's sworn in. And I just want you to pay attention to the way that and I don't like to poke fun of people, but I'm like, why is he walking like that? What did him and Donald Trump just get done doing? Look at him. Don't he look like a hot mess? Don't he look like a hot mess? Like, why are you sweating like that? But then again, I know what demons look like. I do know, and demons are great at shape shifting. This is a demonic situation happening in our country. Look at this, and y'all just clapping. A lot of people clapping. They're on their way to hell. Every single one of these people standing there watching this, on your way straight to hell. Look at him. Oh, I covered up the e-files. Best thing I've ever done in my life. What? Acting like he's Jordan coming out of the NBA finals or something, right? Like, what are we clapping about? I don't get it. It's really giving of a ritual of some sort. Why are we clapping so much? Isn't this embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't this embarrassing? This is what we're dealing with right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the United States of America. The Attorney General who's covering up for so many of Trump's crimes was Donald Trump's criminal defense attorney back when he was actually convicted, is now running the country. Huh. This is why I have to do shows like this, because this is not a good sign, except for if you subscribe to the belief, which I've been saying, we're a cursed nation as a result of Donald Trump and his wicked, evil ways and the people that are around him. Yeah. And you say, well, what do you mean we're a cursed nation? Well, you know what? That's a very good question. If you look at all the stuff that we're dealing with right now in this country, you have to acknowledge that the way we're going is the wrong direction. Right now, people are just confused about some of the most basic things. Some of the most basic things, ladies and gentlemen. And you say, well, what basic things could people be so confused about? Well, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't have to go too deep into this, but we saw something coming out of the White House that was very alarming, and it had a lot to do with safety and children. And many of you know exactly where I'm going with this. This is a sad thing that we're having to have a conversation about in America, and it has to do with parents taking care of their children and their health.
Good morning, Will, and this is sparking a lot of questions from parents this morning. The president now calling for fewer childhood vaccines, recommending that children be vaccinated against 11 diseases. That's down.
Hold on. Trump is the chosen one. Hold on. We have a demon alert, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We have a demon alert. Miss Trump. Miss Trump, you want to come up here? You wrote Trump is the chosen one. I sent you a request. You're following me, Miss Trump. I don't know why you're hiding in the comment section. But when you write stuff like that, Miss Trump, it really gives me, I need to pause for a second and ask, are you okay? Are you okay, Miss Trump? Thank you. W's in the chat for Rick from muting here. Because Miss Trump, and we know who you are. That's Taurus on a backup account. That's Taurus on a backup account, huh? All right, Miss Trump, please, just relax. I'm actually doing this to help people that want to be helped. I get it. You've already sold your soul to the devil, right? And the price was cheap. But a lot of other people, they're looking for a way out of the cult. So if you don't mind, do like this. And if you need to, go get some super glue, all right? And just put your fingers on it and then put them on the desk or wherever you're at, right? And just don't say anything. Just listen to what I'm saying, all right? I'm really trying to minister to your soul. Okay? All right? I mean, you calling yourself after Donald Trump, and he already has a wife too? It's really sad. He already is married. And you know how that works out, right? And if you are married to him, you know he's going to be cheating on you, handing it out like it's lunch meat. You know you can't handle that, Mrs. Trump. All right, W. Zeus. All right, now, let me get back to doing what I was doing, right? Because somebody has to look after the next generation, all right? And this involves children.
From the previous 18 recommended by the CDC. And central to the president's plan is splitting up the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine into 3 separate shots, even though individual shots are currently not available here in the U.S. And despite the fact that we are now in the middle of the largest measles outbreak in decades. The president and HHS Secretary Kennedy, a longtime vaccine skeptic, continue to claim without scientific evidence that vaccines are tied to autism and are
without scientific evidence. This demon right here, ladies and gentlemen, is making health claims. And I said, you know, here we go again. And they hate it. They hate it when we do it, ladies and gentlemen. But does anybody remember this moment in American history? Does anyone remember this? Because this is exactly where we are. I knew, listen, hold on. I've been saying this since Donald Trump's second term began. Donald Trump is going to destroy his own supporters, right? Because he does not care about them. They're expendable. Donald Trump gets off on violence. He's sick and disgusting. Everything he does is designed to cause pain and suffering because that's how he is. He's a sociopath. He's a malignant narcissist, and his supporters are the guinea pigs for all of his chaos and his madness, right? I've known this, and I've told you, supporters, I said, a lot of y'all aren't going to be around by the time his term is over because he's going to destroy you, right? And it started as soon as I said that. We saw the floods happening in Texas. We see the Epstein stuff. What happened to Charlie Kirk? I mean, it's happening in plain sight. Remember Herman Cain? You know, he was holding those super spreader rallies and inviting all of you supporters of his to go and watch, and he'd do that stuff. He would hold rallies out in Vegas. I mean, the temperature had to have been at least 120 degrees. He could do a rally in 120 degrees heat in Las Vegas, and he wouldn't even pass out. He gets a little hot, you know, and does a little this, but he doesn't pass out. And I said, only a demon could do that. Only a demon could do a rally in 120 degree weather and heat in Vegas and not be fazed. But a lot of his supporters, they were passing out. Some of them had to go to the hospital. And so with that being said, I said, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he's giving out advice about vaccines, and it reminded me of this one epic moment in American history. And many of you know exactly what this is.
Just spraying it on and leaving it go. You rub it, and it goes away even faster. We're also looking at other disinfectants, specifically looking at the COVID-19 virus in saliva. This is not the end of our work as we continue to characterize this virus and integrate our findings into practical applications to mitigate exposure and transmission. I would like to thank the President, thank the Vice President for their ongoing support and leadership to the Department and for their work in addressing this pandemic. I would also like to thank the scientists, not only in S&T, and the NBAC, but to the larger scientific and R&D community. Thank you very much.
Now, we all remember this moment, right? And this is the moment where I say to MAGA, are you really confused about how Joe Biden won the election? Are you really confused? Because you had to have witnessed this.
Mr. Bryan.
Here goes.
So I ask Bill a question that probably some of you are thinking of if you're totally into that world, which I find to be very interesting. So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets in the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So, see, but the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful. Steve, please.
This is Donald Trump during the middle of C-19 giving his supporters medical advice, perfectly crafted to end their lives on this earth as we know it. And then we got this yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump and RFK Jr. They've teamed up once again to give theirs, because I know he ain't talking to me. I know Donald Trump isn't talking to any of us. So when I hear him say stuff like this, I used to get upset about it. But now when I hear it, I think, oh, so there's a group of Trump supporters out there that believe this, and they're going to actually do it. And you know what I say? If you like it, I love it. This is him yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, giving medical advice about how many vaccines your children shouldn't take. All right. And he's there with his sidekick, RFK Jr.
Recommendations, and that has to do with many subjects, but including autism in particular.
Now, keep in mind, his hands right now are screaming, I need help. Bruised all over the place. This man can't control his own bowels, passing gas all in the Oval Office. He couldn't even stay awake during this press conference, but he has the cure for you.
I want to thank the man who has done more than perhaps anyone else to bring about this real revolution, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., my friend, and he's doing a fantastic job. I'm proud of you. Give me that one, a very powerful hand to use.
Give me that very powerful hand of yours. Now let me finish reading what I was saying. What? I mean, the man literally says everything that comes to mind. You know, some stuff you just shouldn't say. But obviously, when you are basically out to lunch mentally, you just ramble and say this is dementia. I'm not an expert, but if I were to roll the dice, I'd say this is a sign of dementia.
Wrong guy, by the way. Thanks as well to Director of the NIH, Jay Bhattacharya, Deputy Assistant to the President of Domestic Policy, Dr. Heidi Overton, our Maha moms, and including Jamie Franklin, who's with us today, a very special person. And
y'all quit putting that powerful hand in the comment section. Come on, y'all. Because when you start telling another grown man he got a powerful hand, you know, you didn't went and crossed a line you shouldn't cross. He could have at least said pause after the end of that, right? That's crazy for him to even say that.
So the medical experts and professionals who've worked very hard on getting this to happen, this day to come, for long and far too long period of time. America's recommended more childhood vaccines than any peer nation, and even twice as many doses as some European countries, and even more than that. In many cases, we're requiring 72 jabs for our beautiful, healthy, lovely, delicate little children, including giving the hepatitis B shot to infants and newborns.
Notice he never gives you any sources when he starts quoting random numbers out of thin air. Insane.
Of many other vaccinations, the hepatitis B shouldn't be given until they're 14 or 15 years old. They were given early.
Effective immediately, my administration is recognizing gold standard childhood vaccine recommendations for only 11 core vaccinations against the most serious and dangerous diseases, along with the MMR, which hopefully will be split up. You have the MMR. We want it in 3 separate vaccinations, given at separate times. Together, there could be a possibility they're quite lethal, and separately, it looks like they are not at all lethal, but just very effective.
It looks like they're not lethal at all, but just very effective. He's not even arguing against them when he says things like this. So, again, it's an example of someone who's literally unable to filter what they are saying. They just saying what comes to mind. And I'm listening to this and I'm going, and you know, there's a smooth brain supporter out there. There is. And they know who they are. Smooth brain, you know their initials. That is listening to this and going, I knew it. He's giving me that. Donald Trump. Thank you, God. You're making Trump give me that coded message that I needed because I didn't trust my doctors. You know, these people are out there.
So the MMR, we want to have separate visits, separate times. The vaccine being broken into 3 separate single doses and vaccines being administered in separate visits. For example, at 1 year, you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than getting them all in the same day. And I saw this early on, and I've seen proof of it.
Here goes.
Where they have a vaccination thing, looks like the size of a bottle of soda poured into a little child's body.
What? Again. When you have the sitting president of the United States of America saying things like that without showing you evidence of it, it is, in my opinion, a sign that he is not fit to be the president of the United States just on mental capacity alone. Why should the American people be subjected to this level of incompetence? Because if it's not incompetence, then this means he's intentionally saying this, which is a completely different issue.
And bad things happen in many cases, in too many cases, because this is an explosion. This is an epidemic. So at year 1, you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than giving them all in the same day. Very importantly, vaccinations for hepatitis B, COVID-19, and influenza, among others, are no longer recommended for all children. In addition, this executive order directs the Attorney General to advance legal challenges against states that violate children's rights to religious or medical vaccination.
And see, I don't want to play this, but this is probably honestly the most important part of the video, because this is him actually reading or trying to read to you the policy that he is implementing that is actually going to harm, and I won't say me, well, because here's the thing, right? If these people don't get their vaccines, then they make the whole country sick. Now that I think about it, that's bad news. Because it's one thing if it's just going to make MAGA sick, but when you think about it, MAGA wants to go around and spread their sickness on innocent people who choose to believe in truth, choose to trust their doctors.
Exemptions for the exemptions. Other countries with high vaccination rates without mandates for school, though, what we do is you have other countries have very high vaccination rates, and they have not had, and they don't have, it's without mandates for school. Parents can still choose to give their children all of the vaccinations if they wish. It's up to the parents. We're making recommendations that are strong, but it's up to the parents if they wish, and they will be covered by insurance. However, this updated recommendation finally aligns the United States with other advanced and developed nations around the world. More importantly, it aligns us with common sense and knowledge.
How many people believe that what Donald Trump and RFK are proposing aligns with common sense and knowledge, because those are the folks that I would love to have a conversation with, right? Anyone out there remember that who said it? Macaroni Phony Tony, where are you at? I know your ugly behind is out there. You believe this stuff, don't you? You look like, now that I think about it, you look like you may have missed some vaccines. W's in the chat for Zeus. That's what Macaroni Tony looks like. He looks like he didn't miss a lot of his vaccines. Oh my God.
Decades ago, children received only a small fraction of the vaccines required today. In those times, people were much healthier, and of course, the high rates of autism now observed did not exist. So there's a reason for such epidemic rates of autism.
Oh.
And we're going to bring it back to much closer to where it was. Well, we do not know exactly what the cause is with respect to autism.
So he's admitting right here in front of you, Smooth Brain, that he doesn't even know what the exact cause is. So if you don't know what the exact cause is, how are you on national television giving out medical advice? But then I realized when you're dealing with the smooth brains, you know what you're doing.
It is essential to our research efforts that we have the very best vaccine recommendations in the entire world. So we're reducing them. We're changing it to visits over a period of a year and a half. So they get 20% of what they would have gotten in one big shot. A big shot like the size of a large glass of something.
What? Like a large glass of something. See, this is someone right here that it pains me to listen to him. It really does. I hate listening to Donald Trump do this. But in the middle of all of the stuff he's saying, I know he's saying things that are not being filtered, right? And it gives you a peek inside of the mind of a crazy, unhinged madman. I'm really listening to him because I know for sure one day he's going to slip up and admit what he did with Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I'm listening for. He's going to end up, and he gives you clues, a large glass of something. See, I know what he's talking about. He flashed back for a second and started thinking about, what he'd done with his friend Jeffrey. That's where my mind went. I could be wrong.
This announcement is a major victory for parents' rights, for religious and constitutional rights, and for the gold standard science. And we will continue to do the research and update the recommendations as we learn more. And I think you're going to see some amazing results breaking it up. It's not only that you're doing fewer vaccines or jabs, as they say, but you're doing them in a series of visits to the doctor, much smaller amounts. To ensure Americans benefit from these recommendations, my administration is fully committed to using every tool at our disposal, including a review of potential funding and finding. Frankly, we're doing funding and we're doing findings. And the findings will be announced almost immediately as we gain some strong surety.
No, none of this makes any sense, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead. He had his sidekick up there, and we're not even going to entertain him for too long. But this is what RFK dismissing mainstream diagnostic awareness, and he's calling it an absurdity. All right, but this is him and RFK. And the interesting thing is,
the industry likes to say one of the talking points.
Look at him,
which the press loves to parrot, is we're just noticing it more. But this is an absurdity, and this is an assertion that has been debunked again and again and again by peer-reviewed literature. But it's also debunked by common sense, because we were just noticing it.
And you notice while RFK Jr. talks, guess who's falling asleep?
We would notice it in older groups, but we're not.
Look at him.
We're only noticing it in kids who were born around 1989 or after. The older generations, you're not seeing those increases. So something happened in the mid-90s that changed our children, and it has to be an environmental exposure. Because genes don't cause epidemics.
I can't, I really don't. I have a hard time following what RFK is talking about, but I do know that he's literally going against science himself. He has no proof to back up anything that he is saying. And how could you listen to somebody that when you know what this man has done? This man is disgusting. Who out here thinks RFK Jr. knows what he's talking about? Does anyone out here think RFK Jr. knows what he's talking about? Dr. Keisha says, what did you say? If your doctor does not follow the science, find a new doctor. W's in the chat for Dr. Keisha. Thank you. So let's go to this next part, right? I think this is important because Donald Trump has asked, is the evidence that MMR is quite lethal? And listen to what Donald Trump says, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go over here real quickly. I know we're burning through a lot of time, eating through a lot of clock. All right, here we go. There we go.
Please remember, it was me, not them.
Mr. President, I think I heard you say that the MMR vaccine for measles, mumps, and rubella is quite lethal. Is there any evidence of that?
No, what I've heard is that there are...
So no evidence that the vaccine is lethal. He says no. He flat out says no. So what are we talking about?
There's some people that say it is that way, and I say, well, let's say there's a 5% chance of it. Let's split it up. Because they do say that given individual MMR, that given individual, there is no impact. In fact, they've said how safe it seems to be. But I've heard when you put them together, they can be explosive. Yeah.
Again, how do people allow him to get away with this? He literally said no. Then he threw a number out, 5%, and then said, if it's 5%, then basically everything that I am doing is justified. But the 5% isn't even real. Explosive. Yeah. The other part that I think is important is because he's telling you to break them up, that means you're going to have to go to the doctor more, right? Which means that's more visits to the doctor. And the question is, well, what do you say in terms of the families that are out here struggling right now, right? How are they going to pay for all these visits? Listen to what he says.
Mr. President, have you spoken with the new Attorney General or Jeanine Pirro about prosecuting Dr. Fauci?
I have not spoken to him about that.
Hold on, here goes.
Organization, forget even about, as important as what you're saying. So many of the open borders, the men and women's sports.
Here goes.
They've just been a horrendous disaster, the highest inflation in history. And we're doing a great job.
Here goes.
Mr.
President, thank you. Unbundling the shots into more visits means more co-pays for families. What's your recommendation for families that can't afford to keep paying for those visits?
Well, we're going to be working with them. We're going to work with families, and we're going to make sure everything works out cost-wise very well. Yeah, please.
Did you hear that? So you're going to end up spending more doing it the way Trump and RFK Jr. is telling you. And he asked you, and the reporter asked, well, how are you going to help offset the cost? He says, oh, we're going to be working with you. We're going to be working with your families. This stuff writes itself, ladies and gentlemen. This stuff literally writes itself. And again, you hear stories like this and you say to yourself, why? Why would anyone still support Donald Trump? Huh? Why do we still have people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that will do anything for Donald Trump?
And I love President Trump, and anything he says to do, I do.
Anything he says to do, you will do.
I will.
Literally anything.
Him and Jesus, yes.
Okay.
Those are my two top guys.
Yeah.
If he told you to that an election was stolen, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that his political enemies deserve to get arrested, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that all Democrats are scum, would you believe him?
Yes, Democrats.
Democrats.
Yeah.
Because that's his phrase. You're saying it as well.
Yeah. I watch everything he does. I watch it all day long.
You would literally do anything he told you.
Yes. I want to volunteer. I want to be a nurse for him. You
want to be a nurse for him?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, he needs a nurse.
change his bedpan?
Yes. No problem.
You'd have no problem changing Trump's bedpan.
No, he doesn't need it, but when he does, I'll be there. And you don't have to pay me.
Ooh.
You do change his bedpan for free.
Yes.
You got a bunch of sick people out here. Do anything for their daddy, anything for their dear leader. And that brings me, ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat for Rick. That brings me to the last part of the segment that I need to do. And this has to do with how desperate Donald Trump really is. And who better, ladies and gentlemen, to help bring this message home than our good friend Lawrence O'Donnell. Yes, W's in the chat. Because W's in the chat for Rick. Now we're dealing with this scare tactic Donald Trump is doing to get his supporters after he just gave them that medical advice. He wants them to now feel sorry for him.
Arrived in Turkey apparently to take the place of Donald Trump's favorite new plane for security reasons. But tonight, in what was first exclusively reported by the Washington Post, the Washington Post says, an Iranian assassination threat against President Donald Trump prompted an extraordinary operation last month in which he flew secretly from Turkey on an alternate military aircraft while the White House said he was aboard Air Force One, the Washington Post has learned.
Wow.
The clandestine mission, which has not been reported previously, was carried out unbeknownst to journalists and some White House staff members who believed they were on the same plane as the president, according to material reviewed by the Post, a U.S. official familiar with the operation and another person with knowledge of the president's travel. In Ankara, Trump boarded the old Air Force One jumbo jet in view of television cameras. He was secretly shuttled minutes later to a smaller plane, an Air Force C-32A, via an airport catering truck, typically used to load meals and other supplies pre-flight.
Wow. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Uh-oh. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted for harassment and bullying. Wow. Oh, well. Wow. Oh, I haven't got that in a while. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. Now you know I've hurt somebody's feelings. I just wanted to play this. Oh, you know, I mean, what are we doing?
If I go, you go.
This is Trump.
No, the president wasn't actually on the same plane as the reporters who were asking him that question. And when they asked him about why they had to lower their own shades, the president said, well, he wasn't told to lower his. Well, he was on a secret plane. He was not on the same plane that those reporters and some White House staffers were flying on. Joining me tonight is one of the reporters who broke this story, Washington Post national security reporter Dan Lamothe. And Dan, I mean, this is a remarkable scoop and very thorough reporting here. Can you just kind of walk us through what you've learned here?
Walk us through.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most significant piece here is that for weeks now, the American public talking about the two Air Force One jets. The newer one from Qatar and the older one from the last couple decades of operations. And in reality, the president was on neither plane. This came to the Post in part because individuals thought that there was a hole in public understanding here that needed to be clarified.
I mean, it also, just in terms of how they came up with this, I mean, you know, a big question is going to be how unprecedented this is. The idea that they would take the president, not only put him on an alternate aircraft, but use a catering truck at the airport to do so.
Think about this. Think about this. And the sad thing is you get people like, how many of you know who he is? Scott Jennings, right? That actually says what Donald Trump did was impressive. Lied to the press, left the press on the airplane to be in danger while he's doing this little disappearing act.
Later, the Washington Post reports on it, which is how we learned about what really happened here.
Well, I agree with David that this is highly unusual. And you know, Caitlin, you cover the White House and the president. You know how the machinations of his travel normally work. But I think it was unusual because it sounds to me like the threat was unusual. I mean, it sounds like this was a very, very serious threat to the president's safety. And when you consider that he's already survived numerous assassination attempts or
See how he's already getting you conditioned, MAGA? They already getting you conditioned this November. Why are you voting for Donald Trump again? Well, I hate the Democrats and I got to protect my dear leader because everyone's trying to get him. You see how they're programming you? You don't see it because your brains are too smooth, but I'm helping you see it.
At least thinking about assassinating him, and you consider the region that he was in, I'm glad they engaged in all this cloak and dagger and all this deception to keep him safe. I think every time he walks outside of the White House, whether he's traveling domestically or internationally, somewhere in his mind, he must believe, you know, I don't know if I'm coming back here tonight because of what he has lived through. I fear for him and what might happen to him every single day. And, you know, this story raised up the hairs on the back of my neck when you consider how they had to move him around. But I'm glad they did it, and I'm glad
they did it. I'm glad that the press was left on the airplane. They weren't given a chance to actually protect themselves. You know, they didn't get a chance to escape with him, you know, because the threat was that real. And when you think about it, you're saying to yourself, Scott, this is the man that we told don't accept that jet from Qatar. Remember, do not take the jet. And he decided to do it anyway. And now we not only are we footing the bill for a very, very bad decision that he made by accepting the jet, we're finding out now that he was so scared that he had to leave in a food cart and left the press to be the ones to take the hit in the event there was something serious. You just can't make this stuff up, folks. You just can't make this stuff up. You know what I got to do? Let's go ahead and move it on because I don't want to get in trouble on TikTok. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. That concludes this monologue this morning. Yeah, Lord have mercy. All right. Thank you. That concludes the monologue. And it is now, because if I go any further, you know what they're going to do. Thank you. And it's time to open up the boxes and honestly hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. Yes, and by the way, yes, it is my birthday, so thank you all for hitting the cash apps. Thank you all for sending the gifts in the galaxies. W. Kabira and Jess will be celebrating yours tomorrow. Let's go. W. Tara. You're welcome, July. Love it is tough. It is very, very tough because, you know, I really hate, I could be doing so much other stuff with my life, and a lot of you could be, but if you don't value, I mean, if you haven't paid attention, but all these elections where the Democrats are performing higher than expected, I would say, you know what, W to all of you. W. Rick. If you want to come up here, please send a guest request and we'll try to get you in and out as quick as possible. If there's any smooth brains out there, and they know exactly who they are, Feliz Cumpleaños. Why don't you come on up here and let us straighten you right on out, all right? And if anything, if you want to apologize, this is a platform for MAGA to apologize after I listened to my brother Nutty yesterday, because he's actually winning. Thank you, Nutty, for sharing that. I believe that maybe some of you may be able to be rehabilitated. W. Great Skate, right? So where are my critics at this morning? My detractors, those who are still worshiping Donald Trump. Put a 1 in the chat real quick. W. Edge. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm going to get every single one of you back, all right? You know we hate celebrating Zeus's birthday. It's not about me. It's about you. All right. Let's see. Oh, who do we got this morning? Good morning, Dolphin, the beautiful Dolphin. Welcome, W. Welcome. Thank you, Miss Renee. Dolphin, how are you?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, how are you?
Happy freaking birthday, boy.
Thank you.
I meant to say bro, and it came out. I'm sorry.
Oh, to the good. Your heart was in the right place, seriously. How have you been doing?
Come on. Is anybody else as exhausted as I am?
W, little hawk. Well, why are you exhausted? We've been doing it's been a long time, right, Dolphin? If you think about it, where we've gone from, you know, when Joe Biden had to drop out, you know how we rode that? That was a very serious moment, right? And we still kept the faith. Even when Kamala lost, we never wavered. We still kept the faith, right? We stayed true to the mission, and we survived a lot of the hardest parts of the Trump administration, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
And there's more to come. I'm not saying the battle's been won, but when you see the way that the Democrats are performing, you know, and I get the whole difference between the DSA platform and, you know, the regular moderate Democrats. it shows, as far as I am concerned, that a lot of people have wisened up a lot more than I expected about the tactics that the Trump administration has been using. Wouldn't you say?
True.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! Macaroni phony Tony.
Oh. Yep, I am totally Section 8. That is the reason why I live in one of the most prominent areas of Monroe.
Will Sheba, thank you. Tell him, Dolphin. And by the way, Macaroni, you'll never have a chance with a woman as beautiful as Dolphin, bro. If I were you, you better be grateful you still have two hands, because if you'd be in a lot of trouble if you didn't have those two hands. W Zeus, sorry, Dolphin, and he knows what I'm talking about with his sick self.
It's all gravy. It's all gravy.
Thank you.
So, couple of things. I don't know if you saw on his Untrue Social, but he's God, I can't remember what he's going after, but he's going after somebody. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? First of all, when we first heard about the catering truck, we heard it was a catering, like a the thing that you push down the aisles.
Right.
First thing we all said in the comments was, how big was it?
Right?
You're gonna need a big one.
Yeah.
For that man.
Oh, he's going after Lisa Cook this morning, the black woman, once again. Isn't that something? But they'll tell you there's no such thing as racism in this country. Trump isn't a racist. Yeah, right.
Oh my God. Okay.
W Germ.
I need to say this.
Go ahead. Thank you. Y'all running it up. Y'all running up a bag today. Okay, go for it.
Because I feel so bad that I did not know that there was this much racism in this world.
Yeah.
And I feel, I mean, you guys know me. I love everybody.
Yeah.
And my disabilities, because of the fact that I look different, I don't look at anybody else differently. You know?
You have a big heart.
When I got on this app, I was disgusted. But they want to sit there and say that racism doesn't exist, but this is where I've been exposed to the most racism.
Talk to him. And misogyny, right?
Misogyny, bigotry, the homophobia. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and
it's
you know what?
disgusting.
And you know what makes it even worse? W, Dr. Keisha. And you know what makes it even worse, Dolphin, is they do this and then they'll say we should be a Christian nation.
You mean from those Christians?
Yeah, Christian.
Christians are some. Yeah. W's, guys. Yeah, my friend calls them Christians, and I thought that was perfect. I was like, I like that.
Red J. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Nothing like a bunch of Christians.
Yeah. You think so, Kabir? It's a reflection of society. And, well, the good thing is, what we've been doing, Dolphin. We've never allowed what the smooth brains. We've never allowed what they say to really get to us. W's in the chat for Kabira. Let's go, y'all. The gifters, y'all running it up today. Wow. And I want to encourage
it's not my birthday.
Listen, they love you. They love you. All right, and it is like your birthday. All right, if it's my birthday, it's everybody's birthday. Here's the thing. We are not going to allow these people. I don't even like referring to them as people, because once upon a time, it didn't matter which party you were. I still felt it was important to treat you with dignity and respect, because that's how I was raised, and I still do that for the most part. W's in the chat for JD Kicks. But what we have going on right now here in the United States of America, when you have a group of individuals who spread hate, push fear, and lie on a regular basis, you cannot use the normal paths of communication to actually do what needs to get done. We can't allow this country to go to these same people who attacked the Capitol on January 6th. I don't see a majority of Americans saying, I'm comfortable with the J6ers running the country. I don't think that's going to sit well. What about you?
I don't know why it's not sitting well with them after it happened.
There you go. MSG Spade, you want me to fix my hat? Are you checking me out?
Man, they be loving you. Look at that handsome person up above me.
MSG. Oh, you think so? I doubt. I
Drink
doubt.
this
I
with
doubt. And,
nothing.
and I already can tell that's a demon we've already ran into, because they're not offering anything to us other than just pure talking points. It's sick, right, Dolphin?
It is very much so. But I wanted to come up here and I wanted to say happy birthday
Thank you.
and how much I love you
Oh,
personally.
hugs, hugs, hugs. All right. Thank you so
And-
much, Dolphin. Seriously. Cyber hug.
Cyber hug, love it. And I also want to bring up, could you bring up Dr. Keisha? And so this way we can speak about the vaccine thing.
Is she available? Dr. Keisha, are you available? Dolphin
I
Mask?
sent her a share and I was like, what are your thoughts on the EO and the
Okay.
vaccination?
Okay. Well, I'll bring her up next. All right, Dolphin?
Okay, sweetheart. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right.
Thank you guys for the gifts. And y'all, spoil this man. Hit that Cash App. Hit the gifts. Do all the good things, as Erica would say. Do all the good things.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetie.
Thank
Let me
you,
leave
Cindy.
myself down, okay?
All right.
Woo!
Wow, that's Sister Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. Macaroni, phony Tony, lonely homie, you know who you are. You see what happens when you show that you can be a lovable person? You just get all of the people that genuinely care about you looking out for you, just like my beautiful sister Dolphin. You should learn something from Big Zeus, all right? Stop being an ugly, as Nutty called you, stop being an ugly lab rat out here. I was so disappointed when I heard and saw what you did yesterday on my show. I said, you made a mess and you gotta clean it up. You really do. You really do, because you're somebody's uncle. You're somebody's dad. Unfortunately, I don't know how that was possible, but you're somebody to somebody and you need to act like it. All right, W Zeus. You know, he was so ugly. I almost got in trouble with my mom because of some of the things that I was going to say. Where did you go, Doc? Where did you go, Doc? Okay, I was going to bring you on up. All right, now where did that demon go? There was a demon in my chat just a few seconds ago. Where did they go? The one that was talking about my hat. Where did they go? MSG. I thought you were going to send me a guest request, but okay. But I guess the demon had second thoughts about that. Fair enough. All right. Well, where did my beautiful friend Shay? I haven't heard from Shay. I've seen her around. Good morning. Hey Shay, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you, my friend? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Woo-woo! It's a good day.
Yeah.
Celebrating our guy. I love it.
Thank you. How have you been? Honestly, I haven't heard from you in a while, but I've seen you still out here fighting the good fight.
Yeah, I can get on more in the evenings than I can anytime else. So, but of course, I listen to you and send you love. And
thank you. Thank you. I mean, it means a lot.
You're awesome. Got a little bit of time today because I'm working this evening doing a wine dinner tonight. So I'm like, I'm gonna just kind of taking my time this morning since I have to work late tonight.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's been really interesting watching everything going on and just kind of listening to a lot of the debates.
Yeah.
And I just think they're they're literally running out of things to say and make excuses.
You really think
I'm
so?
noticing. Yeah, I'm noticing that. A lot of them just staying in their little hubs. There's not a lot of real good debating going on, except when they want to scroll in and talk about the DSA because that's their new talking point. That and Sharia law. You know, those are their two monsters this time, guys. Just so you know, this is what the right does. That's why I left the Republican Party a long damn time ago.
And you freed yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. Because that's what I saw. They don't actually run on policy anymore that they used to stand for. And even that was a bunch of BS. And so I woke up out of that. And I'm seeing a lot of ex-MAGA waking up out of it and realizing that everything they've been told was a lie.
Thank you.
Every single thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Keena. W's in the chat for Shay. So that's what I was sharing with Dolph, and I said we've stayed the course, wouldn't you say? And
Oh yeah.
I would.
Or have we?
I could make the argument that a majority of the electorate has now become more alert or more aware of who Donald Trump is, which is kind of crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm like, how did you vote for him 3 times, or how did you even vote for him this last time? I'll never it does not make any sense.
Well,
Because there's nothing he's followed through about. Nothing.
Well, if you go down the smooth brain mindset, right, and you sit there, 2016, I'll give it to him, right? They
Mhm.
wanted something brand new, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
2020, he pulled something off on their brains, right? He convinced them, Shay, that the election was stolen. Did you know that? And the
Yeah.
smooth brains believed it. So in their mind, he never got a real shot at being a president. He never had it, right?
Nope.
Because 2016, you know, happened, right? And then 2020, they stole it. This was them saying, just let him do what he's been saying he wants to do, and we will all get along. This is what they thought was going to happen. So that's how they ended up voting for him 3 times.
Yeah.
Because they were convinced that they never really got the full experience of their daddy. It's crazy.
It's crazy to me. And there's some running around saying he should run in 2028. I'm like, what? It's like, what? Like he's not going to be here. Like, look at him.
Yeah.
He's constantly falling asleep. He's swollen. Like he's dying from the inside out. Like it's just like
Yeah.
it's just not good. It's
Yeah.
just really not good. And until I see you calling it out and going, wow, this isn't good. He keeps falling asleep. You don't have any integrity.
Nope.
You have no honesty within you. You have no backbone. You have no way to say, holy heck, what was I thinking? Right.
Yeah.
And then, we got the terrible news about Joe Biden from Hunter.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking that we're going to lose that man while Trump is president. And it just tears me up inside. But that's okay. We will make sure he is honored, and we will make sure that he gets the honor that he deserves. God bless him.
W Biden, W Joe Biden.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard, his stage 4 cancer has moved into his bones, and it's a very, very painful situation going on with Joe. And it's devastating.
Yeah.
It really is.
It-
But it sickens me to know that, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
A real president. He was a real president. Whether you like,
Absolutely.
you don't agree with everything they do, but his heart was in the right place. You could tell he really genuinely loved his son, unlike the sitting president. Now you can tell Donald Trump doesn't love his son. He doesn't love his children,
No.
does he?
No,
Yeah.
you don't hear him talking like that. You don't see pictures like you see of Joe and Hunter.
Yeah.
Those are tools in his arsenal. He doesn't care
Bingo.
about them personally. He didn't even attend his son's wedding. I mean,
He blamed it on Iran. He needed to go, fight the war with Iran. And by the way, he's getting his butt kicked with Iran. Haven't you noticed that?
oh my gosh, they won't even, now they've said we're not even going to negotiate with you until January 21st of 2029, the day he's out of office.
And when you say that, you have people like BJ saying, there you go again, Shay, cheering for Iran. What do you say to the people that think that way?
No, nobody's cheering for Iran. We just had brains in our head that you don't go and attack Iran and think you're going to get out of it,
Cooked.
Like, everybody knows this. That's why no president's ever done it.
Yeah.
We figured out strategic ways of pushing them back and protecting our soldiers and retaliating when necessary, but never going full onslaught of bombing their country.
Tell them, Tara. There you go. Yeah, they said
Yeah.
a deal means defeat. This is what Iran is saying. A deal means defeat. An attack means irreversible damage to the U.S. power, right? If they attack Iran, that's what's going to happen. And the Hormuz is still choked, and Americans are still losing their life. And what are we at? The U.S. debt is over 40 trillion, they say. Iran is playing 4D chess that has brought Donald Trump to his knees. Look at that. He can't do anything.
No, he really can't, and it's pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's pathetic to watch and to see, and we all, tried to tell you so. Everyone's tried to tell you Kamala and Hillary were right about everything. Go back and watch any of the stuff they said about what was going to happen when he was president.
So true.
And
True.
They pegged it, man. They pegged it.
Yeah.
And that it's just, I guess, the way I always look at it is that, throughout time in history, sadly, we have to learn the hard way sometimes to really wake up. And this is what Trump has done to our geopolitics in this country. And we're going to have to figure it out because, no matter what you believe in the DSA and all the fear mongering of all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just don't buy into it, my beautiful friends. Don't get into arguments about it because they're just gutturally reacting because they've just been told, right? They've just been like, oh, it's socialism, communism, Sharia law. That's all they're going to scream about because it's kind of like throwing water on the wicked witch, right?
Yeah.
And they're just shriveling because they don't know what else to do because everything else is falling apart. Everything else they thought would be better. None of it's happening. None of it.
None of it. Wow.
I mean, and now you got this ridiculous human health and services secretary that is going to, we're going to space out the vaccines. Like we couldn't do it before. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the options of spacing it out if we wanted to. Everybody's had those options as parents. This is nothing new, but they're just making you feel like, see, they're seeing us. They're just giving you crumbs.
Wow. Wow.
They're giving you crumbs and you're falling for it every single time.
Hit them with
falling
it.
for it. Falling for it.
Thank you,
But
Shay.
anyway, I wish you the best. I
Thank
miss
you.
talking to you guys. I'll try to be around a little bit more. And
All right.
love you, my brother.
All right. Love
have
you
a
too, sis.
Wonderful.
And thank you
All right.
for all you've
Yeah.
done because honestly, you've been very helpful as well in getting the word and the messaging out. We fought a lot of battles together, but I agree
Yes,
with
we
your
have.
I agree with your assessment. They don't have anything to argue anymore. There's nothing to
They really
debate
don't.
anymore. We've defeated every demon on TikTok. Every demon.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
Congratulations.
We were right about everything, guys. We were right about everything.
Yeah.
So hold your heads up high, guys. We'll get through this.
Thank
All
you.
right. And get out and vote.
Get out and vote. Let's go.
Go vote. All right. Love you.
All right. Love you too.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.
You too. All right. W's in the chat. Beautiful Shay. Yeah. Yeah. Now MAGA doesn't have anything left other than the trolling or the fear mongering or the hate. And it's like, no, run on good policy. Can you try that? Run on things that are going to help you win an election. And they cannot do it because they know the end is here. I mean, hopefully the results come out the way we want them. W's in the chat for CC. WVIP. Thank you. Wow. Who do we got right here? Spartan Dog. Good morning. How can I help you? Spartan Dog. Guess that was an accident. WVIP. Yeah, sometimes they get up here and they go, uh-oh, maybe I need to think twice. Maybe I need to think twice. Okay, here we go. Oh, Dr. Keisha, I didn't see you right there. Okay, I got you. All right, Positivity.
Good morning, Zeus. I recovered from yesterday.
What are you talking
And
about?
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
I see all the happy birthdays. I appreciate it, but if you don't mind, I would like for you to indulge me a little bit. Could you elaborate on what you meant when you said you recovered from yesterday? 'Cause
Oh, yesterday. I mean, it was bad. You were having MAGAs up, and so, my body reacted the way my body reacts.
Yeah.
But then one turned on the camera, and my body reacted so hard that I had to walk around like an upside down L all day. Yeah, I faced the floor all day yesterday, Zeus, because you let somebody turn on their camera. And
I didn't know I've never seen that individual before. Positivity. I promise.
I know, but that was just cruel, Zeus. It was just cruel. Like all day long, I stared at my shoes, like walked around like I was 80 or something. I don't know, or 100. It was bad. It was bad. So I appreciate this morning that you've only had,
don't do it again.
Liberals up because, feeling pretty, oiled up this morning.
Okay. Fair enough. It was very traumatizing, right? That we were surprised. Like it was like a surprise attack, wasn't it? I mean, because normally you say, turn on your camera, and they go, oh, I'm not gonna do that, and then you play that little game and no one turns their camera on. But that was the one time when I was like, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Because
I don't know what you were thinking. I really wondered. I really wondered if you even liked me yesterday.
I'm so sorry. I love you, honestly. But the problem was I didn't think that there could be an ugly Trump supporter like that. I never thought there could be a Trump supporter so ugly. I never thought.
Zeus, have you gotten out of the house?
I have, but I tried.
I mean, these people are walking around and they all look the same. Like you can almost tell just by what they look like that they're a Trump supporter. They throw their shoulders back too far and their heads are held too high. And they walk around like they are just so full of testosterone. They're about to street combust.
Oh,
I mean, but they're not. They just, I walk past them on the sidewalk and my belly button pops out every single time.
Wow.
And my girl parts just go, nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, Zeus.
Because here's the thing. I try to, honestly, this is who I am as a person. I try not to let the politics, determine how I should treat certain people. So I really just assume most people are using their best judgment, in the real world, so to speak, right?
Oh my God.
But to your point, maybe I should start looking for these cues, right? Because it's definitely something when you're an ugly person on the inside and then you're an ugly person on the outside, right? That's kind of like, what do you?
Yeah, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. And even if it doesn't, like the problem with narcissistic people is that their parents were so bad to them, meaning that narcissistic people had at least one parent who only conditionally loved them.
Wow.
And what it means is that when they were growing up, if they misbehaved in the slightest, like kids do, because kids always misbehave, they got punished so hard and with such love withdrawal that they decided, okay, I'm never going to misbehave again. And the worst narcissists are the ones that were the best obedient children because they did not get to develop their own soul. They ended up trying to make the plastic outside look like something acceptable, even beyond acceptable. Like they work so hard on the outside that they'll spend 2 hours a day at the gym and they're constantly checking the mirror and they walk around like they're the biggest peacocks in the world. And they are people who you can tell from the entire Trump family are narcissistic people because they have the idea that how they look on the outside is the most important presentation that they have. And they don't have, it's sad. They don't have a soul. Their soul was killed and the outside was like a plastic model that was built for the world to admire.
Wow.
And so, these Trump supporters, they think they're everything. They think that they are the greatest. They think they're the smartest. They think they know everything.
True.
They think they know even that the world needs this cruelty imposed on it to correct it.
Ain't that something?
And they don't care about other people. They care only about themselves. And so, no, it's not wrong to, narcissists are like the poison of the earth. If we didn't have them, we would have climate action. If we didn't have them, we would have Medicare for all. If we didn't have them and they weren't so power hungry and didn't want to be so rich and didn't want to build up this exterior, thing so much, we would be in a better place. We would have community that held hands together, watched out for one another.
Thank you.
And
that's what we want.
Yeah, didn't judge. And so narcissism is definitely something to eliminate.
Thank you.
In society. And I don't mean by, unaliving them, but certainly by teaching them that these are not what we value. We don't value the outside way you look and how much money you have and how good looking you are. We value how much you
Tell 'em.
participate positively in the community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the character. They run around here, and let me ask you this. Does the big black pickup truck impress you when you see the demon riding around in it? Big black pickup truck. What about the pool? He has a pool in his backyard, and he has a few dogs in the house too. Some trophies from bowling and stuff. Does that walks around in gray sweatpants? You know what they say about the gray sweatpants? Think about that, Poetivity. Gray sweatpants, big old black pickup truck, and some dogs.
Yeah, well, in the gray sweatpants, the Trump supporters have barely a bone. And, sometimes in gray sweatpants, the liberal men, it looks like they've got the Sunday Oregonian stuff down their gray sweatpants,
Hey,
But
from your lips to God's ears, all right? But you know what I'm saying? I mean, because some people got a problem with it. I can't say I do, I can't say I don't, but you get what I'm saying.
no. Sometimes in gray sweatpants, liberal men are, they make you drool. That's all I'm
Let's
saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Positivity. You know what? Peace and blessings upon you today, all right? You made my morning.
Peace and blessings upon you. I sent you a big hunk of cash. I hope you saw it.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are in this room, if everybody sends Zeus $10, that's a lot of money on his birthday.
Amen.
So please, there's over 1,000 people in this room. Let's see if we can get 1,000 people cash apping this man $10 for his birthday at
W's in the
least.
chat. Wow, W's
And
in the
more
chat.
the better. And let's just make it the best birthday he's ever had. Please. I'm going to just say, I sent a lot.
You did.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
go ahead and fill it in, people, because he deserves it. He's here every day for us. You make us laugh. You're handsome. You're good to look at. Yeah.
That's probably what shows over Poetivity, because when people tell me how handsome and good looking I am, I know what that does. That makes everybody, all the so-called conservative men, that's the one thing they can't stand. Because they want me to be a beta. You know what they think? Oh, he's weak, but he's not able to do all these things. And then they hear you say things like that, and they think like somehow I have some sort of power over you to make you say things like that, because they just don't see it. But I gotta say, thank you.
I'm sorry, Zeus. You are so sexy that you could single-handedly solve the moisture problem that we have in this country. You could put out all the forest fires.
Thank you.
With the problems you cause.
Thank you. Thank you, Poetivity. And the good thing is this: I use my powers for good. I don't use them for evil. So that's what makes it even better.
Yeah.
And you would have said, if it would have been like this years ago, oh my God, y'all would have been saying to yourselves, this brother needs to hit the emergency brake. But now that you understand, this is not just about one person. This is actually about a whole society, a whole country, a whole world. You can't use your powers that God gives you for evil. You got to use them for good.
Well, and you do. I come on every morning and I walk around straight most days except yesterday. But you start my morning right.
Thank you, and you helped start mine as well. So again, thank you so much, Poetivity. All right, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, happy birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, that's the only one I know.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. W's in the chat for Gucci. No lies detected. Thank you again, Poetivity. All right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so sorry. CC, thank you so much. But yeah, Poetivity is right. A lot of people hitting the Cash App. I did not know. I've never seen so much Cash App activity. But I gotta say it. W's in the chat for Kabira. All right, sis, you're really wow. W's in the chat. Lil Hawk. W's in the chat for Keena. Wow. W's in the chat for Poetivity. I mean, these aren't no little numbers over here, ladies and gentlemen. They are really doing something. W's in the chat for Kimberly. W's in the chat for Deborah. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. Davina, wow. W's in the chat. This thing is going off. And I'm going, what did I do to deserve this? It's way too much, honestly. Yeetus. W's in the chat for Yeetus. All right, wow, y'all really making this birthday situation turn into something. All right, I'll check it again, but thank you so much. I normally don't do the shout outs. It's hard to do while you're doing the show, but we'll do it. Let's go moving it along. All right, good morning, Maureen. Welcome to the show. Oh, hold on. I was supposed to bring up Dr. Keisha. Maureen, I'm going to bring you back, all right? But come on back. Dr. Keisha, but please come on back, Maureen. So sorry. Getting too quick over here with my fingers and my clicks. Come on back, Maureen. Please, all right?
Don't get me in trouble now.
No, I don't want to get in trouble. I know you're very, very busy. And I accidentally went in the wrong direction. But how are you doing, Doc? Welcome to the show.
Happy birthday, Zeus!
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
I see you squirming.
Uh-huh.
I see you squirming. You don't like to be the center of attention.
I don't.
I understand. Like for my birthday, I had everybody donate to charity for medical missions.
Oh.
And so I see how you are, but I love that people are giving it back to you. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc. You just cured me right there. How did you do that? What do they call that kind of treatment plan?
Because I don't like it either. Almost every birthday I have, like in lieu of gifts, donate to this society, donate to Cancer Society. Because it's so, and also in lieu, I will say it for Zeus, give him all the love, but also go out and donate some blood, y'all. Because
tell him, Doc.
We only have for the second time ever in history, the Red Cross is at a dire need for blood. And O positive, they only have a 1-day supply of O positive blood. But we need all of it.
But but what about the people out there? Is this really a thing where they're saying there's a community of people who want blood that hasn't been vaccinated? Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I've heard of that. But we talked about it at a lab meeting and people just rolled their eyes. Or like, that's not a thing. That doesn't make any sense. We don't test for that. That's not a thing. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Really? I thought there was a community for this kind of stuff.
There is a community, but one thing pathology don't do is we don't follow nonsense. We follow the data and facts, and we're not testing blood for immunization. If you want the blood products, you're going to take the blood products that we have tested and that we know is going to keep you safe. If you want something else, then you go follow the nonsense. However, if you're actively sick with an infection, you shouldn't be donating and you can't donate. If you have C19, we won't be getting your blood. So immunize all you can. And speaking of immunizations, I know people were asking about it. Dr. Atusa came on last night and she has a little baby. It was so cute. She's an allergist, immunologist, pediatrician, public health physician, all of the things. And she's on the Medical Collective podcast. She said that some of these immunizations are put together for a reason. First of all, they're tested together, so you can't just separate them. Spacing out is one thing, but separating the three, we've never separated the three, and they're sold as a package deal. Because they operate and has shown the effectiveness of each one, the MMR, for instance, together. And some vaccines are called conjugate, that they work together. You can't separate them. The effectiveness is the package deal. So that's crazy that he, again, not understanding science, is going to try to separate something that was tested and studied only to be sold as it is, as the MMR vaccine. So no, you're not separating it out. I don't know where he was going. I just laughed. At this point, I don't debunk anything he or RFK Jr. Said or had said. No,
because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I could imagine for you, especially in your profession, to have to go back to your office or your lab and say, "All right, now here's what he said, and here's the real stuff." And it's like, wait a second, I already learned this, going through my schooling, so to speak, right? Or whatever training you're having to go through. But what do you say to other people out there that are listening to him? Because there are people out there that are listening to him and they're going, he's finally saying what I've always thought. Because there's people that, like he said, that are into this kind of stuff.
What exactly are they into, Zeus? Is my question.
They call it alternative medicine. Have you heard of it?
Oh, like being holistic. Yeah, first of all, there's two thoughts. Eating well, doing all the things that we do, is what we all should be doing.
Somebody said that.
Now making up things that are not evidence-based, that's something else. Now there's a whole group of people that are using word salad to explain how the body works, and all for a fee of $19.99 or their package deal of $999.
Yeah.
You can get all of the supplements you need instead of just eating and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, some people just have issues. People that sometimes are obese may have a leptin deficiency.
Wow.
They may have other things. So
Yeah.
that's why it takes science to figure out what they need. But if they want to do that, that's fine. It's when they try to come and to cringe upon what's happening. And one thing that this natural stuff cannot do is it cannot help with public health. Public health is a whole nother thing. And that's what's been working to keep y'all safe. When we're talking about MMR, by the way, measles just had another 50 outbreak, another 50 cases this last week.
More
We're
measles.
over
There's more
2,400.
measles cases.
There's more. There's more.
Wow.
I have a newsletter over on Substack, and it's I have a personal one, but it's called the Medical Collective on SS. We just every Monday, y'all, if you subscribe, every Monday I do a breakdown of different topics and different updates. And I talked about that. There is a new website that you can follow instead of the CDC tracking. Measles is one of them. Oh, meningitis is another one.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Neisseria meningitis is another one that's going up. And then guess what the third one is?
What's that?
The cough that the babies get, pertussis.
Oh, really?
Pertussis cases.
I was
You know,
gonna go
pertussis
somewhere
ends
else.
the baby in the hospital. Yeah.
Wow. W Dolphin.
Pertussis.
Wow. So you're saying at the end of the day, children seem to be going in the wrong direction. It seems to be going in the wrong direction when it comes to the health of our children.
And they want to split up the vaccine in the midst of the cases. And we're about to go back to school. So you know what happens, Zeus? More children are already getting measles or not immunizing. There are districts that are not requiring it anymore, making it more easier to get your child exempt from vaccinations. And y'all are about to put these petri dishes into the school system.
Wow.
Just imagine what's going to happen with that.
What do you
just imagine?
Can I ask you a question? Speaking of the children, Donald Trump said something yesterday, and I wanted to get your medical advice on it. What did this mean when he said this?
Administered in separate visits. For example, at 1 year, you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than getting them all in the same day.
Right.
And I saw this early on, and I've seen proof of it.
Right here.
Where they have a vaccination thing, looks like the size of a bottle of soda.
Right there.
Poured into a little child's body.
Have you ever, in your experience, seen or heard about something like? Because I genuinely.
God give me strength. I'm going to be really honest. God give me strength because do you remember the Twilight Zone?
Yeah. Scary stuff.
Y'all go Google the Twilight Zone. It's an old black and white show that used to come out. We're in the Twilight Zone. We're literally in the Twilight Zone. And I forgot to say, this is a propaganda technique. It's called the fire hose of falsehoods. Used a lot of these stuff during the election. So what they're trying to do is he is throwing out as much propaganda and lies as he can. And you can't, there's so much coming out of the hose, you can't even catch and try to debunk it all. And that's what they want you to do. At the end of the day, if you trust a healthcare professional, if you trust the Academy of Pediatrics that has been keeping your children safe, that's where you need to go. But trying to deal with this fire hose of falsehoods and the fact that it's coming from a president is dangerous. Unfortunately, I don't want to use the word F for OOLS.
Yeah.
But if you are believing this stuff, it's crazy. It is literally crazy. The amount that goes into immunization, if you sit and watch it, is negligible.
Really?
It's not. That would be volume overload. That makes no sense. That's completely incorrect. But I don't know. There's an influencer, right? They call her a trad wife or whatever. She's huge. I unfollowed her. Her and her husband voted for the president-elect, right? Because everything has been afforded for her. She is a mixed race.
Oh.
But
Is
she
a Trump
is black
supporter?
presenting. Yeah, she's a black presenting. You guys will probably know. She does cooking and all that stuff. She makes her jelly beans from scratch and all that
Don't
stuff,
eat
right?
her demon beans. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk again. It's crazy, Doc. You telling me a real story about a real person?
Milk and Honey kind of put the name in there. I'm not saying it. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see.
So listen. So she has millions of followers, right? She voted for the president, right? Because all about morals and standards. She has a baby with leukemia. And who voted against cancer research for children?
And I got it.
And she's disclosing it now. All of a sudden, millions of people who are struggling with their own health care are now having to upheave their life to deal with her drama and trauma. Which, of course, having a child with leukemia. But again, this is why you think about things as a parent. Yep.
I'm looking.
So even if she's got the money, she erased away child cancer research. So I'm sure she's getting it in her comments.
She's getting a lot of engagement on her profile. I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, she gets a lot of, but a hard head makes her a soft behind. I'm gonna double check this.
Check it.
I'm gonna double check this content creator because it doesn't matter what they come in, what size. If they're a demon, they're a demon. W Zeus.
Exactly. And Zeus, this is where you use your power for good in our stages for good, right? It's to clap back at it and hold people responsible that got platforms.
Yeah.
There's a person on our side that still hasn't got immunized. I'm on our side. And every time he comes through, I hold him responsible.
Who is
He's a black guy, yeah.
He comes onto this show?
Yeah.
Black
No,
person?
he doesn't come. He has his own. He has his home platform.
Because I don't want to be around folks that just don't care about their health, right? Because
he said he hasn't got. No, we kid him all the time. People will send him money. I was like, instead of cash apping him a coffee, cash app him to go get his vaccines.
Yeah.
Because you have a duty. If you're on this side and you're talking about the issues, one of the biggest issues that we have is healthcare.
Yeah, they send them to the kingdom. Send them to the kingdom. We'll straighten them out, Doc. All right,
I'm gonna send her. I'm gonna have you co-host with them because
tell
measles in New Mexico, $50,000 per patient that had measles.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about economy, $50,000 per patient that had measles, and over $5 million for the mini outbreak that they had at the time.
Wow.
That could all be prevented because, again, 1991 was an amazing time. We didn't have
91. Yeah, I remember the 90s. It was a hot period here in the United States.
a hot
Unfortunately,
period, y'all.
I was still a youngster, but I saw what y'all was doing out there, you older folks, and I said y'all need to calm down in the 90s. Sick. All right, but seriously, all right, Doc, we gotta move it on.
All right, bye.
Thank you, ladies.
Wait. Oh. Happy birthday, y'all, to Zeus. Happy birthday.
No.
You are an amazing person inside and out. Live it up. Drink some champagne. Eat some turkey bacon, and we'll see you later.
Hey, you know that, right? I did have a couple slices. I was on the road, but yeah, I stayed away from the bacon. But when it's all you got, it's all you got. My body knows what it knows. All right, Doc.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's beautiful, Dr. No lies detected. I told Maureen I was going to bring you back. Come on back, Maureen. Welcome. Sorry about that. Are you there, Maureen?
Yes, I am.
Hey, how are you doing? Is you okay?
This is for you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, the most handsome. Happy birthday to you. Now let me get into what I wanted to talk about.
Thank you, Maureen. You just can't sing happy birthday. You got to let that sit for a second.
Okay.
You got to let that sit for a second.
Just call me Marilyn.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. They loved it. They loved it. All right, now.
Yay.
You didn't have to do that, but you did it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, my
yes,
God.
I did.
Oh, my God.
Come on now. You deserve it all, my love.
Hey.
Okay. This is what I have to say. And then I'm going to drop. You can drop me real quick.
Fair enough.
My thought about this whole thing with the airplanes and our president, he left all of his staff and all those other people like sitting ducks on that plane. What if they would have been shot out of the sky? What What? I was appalled that he is so yucky.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Think about it, right?
Yes.
It shows how selfish he is, right?
Oh, it's more than selfish. It's downright evil.
You're going to go straight to it? It's evil?
I'm going straight to evil. Yes, indeed. He has no compassion for human life at all. At all. Every day.
Somebody, Coolest Breeze said he would not be traveling with him again. That's a very powerful statement. Yeah.
I think they should all boycott traveling with him in any fashion, form, or frame.
Yeah.
He is a danger to the human race.
Wow. Wow. And I didn't tell you to say that. You came up here on your own.
I've been waiting an hour and a half to get up here and say
sorry.
and sing.
So sorry.
No worries. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you too.
I watch you every day.
Thank you.
Every day.
Thank you. I aim to please. Thank you, Maureen. You said I call you Mary, huh?
I said Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
I sang you the Marilyn Monroe version.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. And it made me feel so great. Great, honestly.
You enjoy every bit of your day, my love. I know you've got a lot of other people in the queue.
Okay.
So I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. And yes, you are the most handsome. Have a good day.
Thank you. I never expected all of this. But you all have showed up this morning, honestly. Thank you. You all have showed up this morning. Things I just didn't even think were possible. I really didn't see this coming. All right, so it's a good job. And Ange, I'm going to get you because I think part of you, mainly you, Kabira, Tara, all of you, July Love, all of you, you think you're slick. You're not slick. I'm catching you, JC. Yeah, digital doodlers, all of you. Q Dog, Jim. Speaking of that, who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? You know what? We just got to do it all at once, ladies and gentlemen, because Big Zeus got to get up out of here. All right, wow, Delilah. We're going to do it all at once. Let's go. All right, family reunion time. Welcome, all three of you. Welcome.
What's going on, brother?
Let's
from
go.
another mother?
Going on,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to myself, right? Thank you.
You know what? I'm not even gonna chime in on MAGA today because today's your day.
Thank you, bro.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna ask folks if they know this name. Does anybody recognize the name Lucius Davenport Emerson?
No, I don't know it, Lucius.
Okay. See, these are things that they try to erase in Black history and so forth. 1967, he was it was the first Black sheriff in the South in Alabama, Macon County, that was elected. And when he was elected, the Triple K decided in 1966 to put a bounty on his head for $50,000 just because he was elected to office. But it didn't work out for him because within that time period, 20 members came up missing.
Wow.
They attempted to pew his home. Couple barns came up burnt up. They tried to boom his office. 3 grand wizards were found floating in the river. See, this is the thing. He had a no tolerance. As soon as he became elected, all the white tee officers quit. And we asked the question over and over, and they keep talking about, where's the racism? Where's the bigotry at? We don't see it, this and that. And I'm specifically talking to Blaga because it's still going on today. And I'm gonna chime to one more thing, then we're gonna get back to your birthday because it's not all about them today. We're not gonna make it about them today. The entire time of 8 years that he was in office, 17 Triple K members vanished. And the FBI wanted to do investigations on him. But it's real funny how over the years, more than 215 bodies were right in the backyard of the jail in Alabama.
Sad.
And nobody said nothing about it. In shallow graves, to the point where you see buzzards flying across all over the field. And they wonder, where's the stench coming from? What's going on? They're not properly embalming them. They just dropped them in a bag and put them in the shallow grave. And I guarantee the majority of them were black folks, black and brown folks, because that's how they think about it.
Sad.
It's really sad. But then you have, and he ain't even an officer anymore, Tatum, hip hopping around here for these white tea supremacy folks until Miss Nancy got on the panel of her own show. And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Miss Nancy Grace lit a fire up under him and basically called him out for lying about the situation with Nolan Wells. She's like, so you're saying that all these kids had cell phone service, but Nolan didn't? Make it make sense. Oh, well, then he switched it up. Well, I was over there and, I barely had service. She lit a fire. So I'm not going to go too deep into it. Y'all can go pull it up on either YouTube, Facebook. It's all over social media, that interview with Nancy Grace when she lit a fire under Brandon Tatum.
All right. Well, listen, bro, I appreciate it.
So birthday time is in full effect right about now, bro.
Let's go. Now we got to get Jim and Nutty to get up here, and because you all are like family. I want to hear from all of you, and then we're gonna wrap things up. All right. So, Jim, go. How are you doing, Jim?
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
I'm doing
How are you?
okay. Happy birthday, my friend. Well, I was going to sing, but that was taken care of. I was going to, spoil you and how great you are, but that's been taken care of.
Thank you.
So I'm going to do my own little thing, and this is called Advice from a Tree, okay?
Okay.
It's dear friend, stand tall and proud, sink your roots deeply into earth, reflect the light of the greater source. Think long term, go out on a limb, remember your place among all living things. Embrace with joy the changing seasons, for each yields its own abundance. The energy and the birth of spring, the growth and contentment of summer, the wisdom to let the leaves fall, the rest and the quiet renewal of winter. Feel the wind and the sun and delight in their presence. Look up at the moon as it shines down upon you, and the mystery of the stars at night. Seek nourishment from the good things in life, simple pleasures and earth, fresh air and light. Be content with your natural beauty. Drink plenty of water. Let your limbs sway and dance in the wind as it breezes through you. And be flexible, but always remember your roots. Enjoy the view from the top. I love you, my friend. I just wanted to come up and wish you a happy birthday. No politics for you today from me. I just want you to have the best day possible, and I only came here to wish you nothing but love and abundance.
Wow.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Beautiful, Jim. Wow. You too, ladies and gentlemen. Show Jim some love. That's so nice.
Salute to you, Jim.
Nutty.
So I was going to get on to Maureen, but you know what? Jim is correct. This is your birthday, and so my birthday gift to you is that today, yes, I you can be the most handsome today. So there you go. There you go. No, seriously. all kidding aside. Listen, man, you have grown this platform from nothing. I was with you when we couldn't get 10 people into your life.
Yeah.
From day one.
True.
And look at the success that you have today.
Thank you, bro.
I'm proud of you. You do something that I could not do myself. I give you your flowers. I give you your props. Happy birthday. God bless you.
Thank you.
I hope you have many, many more. And I'm looking for higher heights and deeper depths of your success.
Thank you.
Beyond TikTok.
Thank you.
I want to speak that into existence as though it were.
Thank you.
Beyond TikTok, and I keep saying beyond TikTok.
He's
all
right.
right.
Yeah.
so God bless you, man, and nothing but love and respect for what you do every single day for each and every one of us by turning on this platform and giving us a safe space where we can be ourselves, where we can have fun, but most of all, where we can learn the truth.
Thank you. W's in the chat for Nutty,
Hey,
Q-Dog, and Jim.
Hey Zeus, I never got a proper opportunity to say to Nutty, congratulations to you, brother.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
One last thing before I drop out of the box. I would be remiss, and I know this is all about you today, Zeus, but I don't think people mind me doing this. If our friend Attacking was here,
yes,
on behalf of Attacking, man,
yeah,
I know Attacking would have brought that baritone voice out, just like he did for my birthday last Halloween. He would have made a corny video of himself singing happy birthday to you, but he would be celebrating you 100%. And I just want to remember our buddy Attacking.
Thank you.
Yeah, I miss my boy every day.
Attacking.
You're right. And CC.
Very, very. And we had a lot of amazing folks that have been on this journey with us. Yeah. And they're part of the reason why I still do what I do. As tough as it is sometimes to wake up and hit my marks, I still say, you know what? We got to get this thing straightened out in this country so that, we end up on the right side of history. We got to keep doing the work. And it's not as much, to me, it's not the hard work that a lot of our ancestors had to live through, So if we got to stand up against stuff like this on social media, I say, it's the least that we can do. Nobody's too busy to save their country. Thank you, Nutty. Thank you.
Well, happy birthday, my friend. May you have many more, and God bless you, man.
All righty then.
And before you drop, Nutty, there's a saying that my immediate family, I know some of them are in here right about now. We got a saying: don't let nothing, nobody get up under your skin. You keep doing what you're doing as Black excellence on this platform and in life.
Thank you.
Because that's what they are in fear of. So you keep doing what you're doing, Zeus. Nutty, you keep doing what you're doing. Jim, I know you always gonna keep doing what you're doing.
True. So true. All right. Well, Big Zeus has to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. W's in the chat for all panelists, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And it is now time for Big Zeus to get up out of here. I want to give you all a huge round of applause for tuning in this morning and rizzing up the Cash App. It's been going off, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I mean, I'm seeing more. I said, wow, I don't know how y'all pull this off, but Doc, thank you, Doc. I got yours. Fred, I got yours. Tyrone, hey. Pratt, I got you. Shonda, I got you. Carmen, I got you. Wow, W's in the chat. Look, and they're not just hitting me with little amounts. They dropping a bag. They dropping a dog on your head over here, ladies and gentlemen. They dropping a bag out here. Thank you. Seriously, I don't deserve it, to be honest with you. All right. So I guess, Ange said I gotta play the song, so we'll play the song. We should do the happy birthday song, and then we'll get up out of here.
It was somebody's birthday.
Let's go.
I heard it was somebody's birthday. Yeah, PJ Panda birthday song.
You get to say it now. Thank you, everyone.
Today is your birthday. We gon' say it loud. Hey. Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud.
Hey,
today is your birthday. We gon' turn out. About to throw a party, get it lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' say happy, happy, happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody. Little Hawk. Wow.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy, happy, happy.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy, happy, happy birthday.
One of the most handsome in the kingdom.
To you. Yeah. Blow the candles like a kiss. Throw a party, everybody bring gifts.
Let's go. Wow.
And it's lit.
And it's lit.
The year you can't miss. All my friends is coming in.
Thank you, Kabira. Wow. Thank you. Hey. W to the gifters. Thank you, Tara. Powerful Black woman, Black and educated. Kabira, Little Hawk. Happy birthday. You all did a lot. This is it. I'm not going to do the rapping at the end. Y'all done took the energy out of your boy. Let's go. WJC. Thank you, everyone. Wow. I'm going to get you all back, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out. Hey, hey, hey.
Today is your birthday. We gon' celebrate. Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud.
Hey, 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 hey.
We gon' turn out.
Hey.
About to throw a party, get it lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' say happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody.
To you, yeah.
Oscar the truck driver. Wow, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, champ. Heaven VIP. Keep up the great work, Zena. Nice to see you. W's in the chat for Ange. All of you. Jim. Kiki. I know you're here somewhere, Kiki. Don't pretend like you're not here. Pap. All right, Kimberly Brown. Yes, love you too. Maddie. Sneaky Fingers, all of you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, great skate. Every single one of you. Angel, I got to get up out of here. Thank you once again for making this one of the most memorable birthdays ever. Ginger, wow. Wow. Wow, Guardian. Thank you so much, everybody. Coco. You see what they're doing to me, ladies and gentlemen. Never happened before. Yeah. Love you too. All right. I think you got it all out of your system. Everybody got it out. She-Fit, everybody got it out of their system. All right. Going once. Going twice. Big Zeus has to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, take care and have a great rest of your morning. Oh my gosh.